Decorations are hung to make it so clear we've reached the most wonderful time of the year.
Pinky, don't mean to be a sour apple, but I just hoped for some company till I'm back on my hooves. Y'all don't need to trouble yourselves.
Nonsense. The doctor says you need a few days of rest to let the medicine work its magic. We simply want to ensure that you are fully comfortable, darling. Maybe we can come back tonight for a sleepover and be here if you need anything.
Maybe we could make it our early hearts warming party.
Oh, that does sound delightful. But I had accepted an invitation to a holiday soiree in Manhattan for this evening.
Rarity, does this mean you aren't coming to the Royal Hearts Warming Gala tonight?
You have to! I finally convinced Princess Celestia that galas are just fancy parties so I could bring my fanciest piñata!
That's tonight?
Oh my, I'm afraid I must have mixed up the days in my date book. Though I may be able to attend both and still join you all back here. Perhaps if I forego my usual style of arriving fashionably late and make a cameo appearance for my fellow designers. I suppose I could afford my presence to all 3 of these invites. It is flattering to be so in demand. I really should do all I can to put in an appearance.
That doesn't sound like it will leave much quality time. And I'm way faster than you. You ain't gotta rush out on your fancy fun on my account, Rarity. I don't want to cancel any pony's plans.
I'd prefer to stay and help Applejack. Nursing a friend back to health is a little more comfortable than big crowds. Maybe it is a poor idea. I may spend as much time alone on a train as I would catching up with friends.
What if you had some company?
Spike, I know you've been excited for the royal fireworks tonight. You won't be sad if you miss them? That's at the end of the night, isn't it? So we simply need to make sure we leave Manhattan in time for my little Spiky Poo.
This night's gonna be epic!
All right, let's go over it one more time. We take in as much of the socializing and festivities as we can, but must be prepared to leave before the major events.
No sweat. I usually just help Twilight work these parties. But tonight, I get to dance, eat cheese out of that big melty cheese fountain, and best of all, just once, I get to arrive in style.
That's odd. There are usually royal guards.
I know. They do that cool thing where they open the doors all dramatically and announce the guests. I was really excited to get announced. You know what? It's okay. I won't let this damper our big night. Allow me to give you your proper entrance.
Very chivalrous, darling. But no need to muss that fine tailoring before you make your grand entrance to the
Party?
Uh-oh, where's that big cheese fountain thingy? The first guests will be arriving at any moment.
Technically, we already did.
Quite the operation, Twilight. I've never come this early. Well, I usually have everything ready ahead of time. But I probably stayed too long at Applejack's, and I didn't think about the fact that I wouldn't have your help this time, Spike.
Oh, I'm sorry, Twilight.
But I clean up pretty nice, right?
You really do, Spike.
And now that I'm here, can I help?
Of course. Thank you. Follow me. Oh, Twilight. Shall I come too? Actually, Rarity, would you welcome any other guests while I'm gone? Oh, certainly. I'll just wait here. Welcome to the Royal Equestria Hertz Warm... Ah! Hot cheese! Hot cheese! Ah, your arrangements have quite a nice eye for color theory. How do you feel about the emerging contrast trends?
I don't know, lady. They just bought these in a set.
You got it, Spike?
Nope, I don't got it!
Okay, and to get this party started, Rarity! One pony dance-off! Why are you punishing me? Sorry, it takes quite a while to get all melty. And this is why I always arrive fashionably late. Hey, finally finished all the arrangements. And look who I found. Lovely to see you again, Rarity. What? Princesses? Rather, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna. Thank you for hosting such a generous start of hearts warming. It's our pleasure. A chance for us to reconnect with friends before they all spend the holidays with families. Speaking of which, it's been too long since I've seen what you've been creating, Rarity. But Twilight tells me you recently designed a— Oh heavens! It's late! My sincerest apologies, Princess, but I'm about to miss my train. Come along, Spike. We really must go if we wish to make it to Manhattan and back.
Aw, rotten timing, huh? It's like we're gonna just miss the real party.
Oh, I'm sure it's not really that close.
Announcing the first guests of the evening, Road Wings the Awesome and Sheer Perfection. First guests? What are we, mud pies?
Oh, we thought you were the help?
This is nice. We haven't been able to hang out, just the two of us in a while. Rarity, are you okay?
Yes, Spiky, darling. Just disappointed. Our friends were so tied up with other business at the castle. It feels like we would have been better off seeing my designer friends first. Or even spending a bit more time choosing an outfit. We're going to be with the creme de la creme of the fashion world. And I'm not even wearing the season's colors.
No way! I've always thought that outfit looks great on you.
Always? Oh dear, I have worn this several times already, haven't I? Oh, what if they've already seen me in it? Every pony will think I have no new ideas. Oh, perhaps I could update it a bit. At least I have the rest of the train ride to think of something.
This stop, Manhattan.
All right. Now do you remember all the signals? What does it mean if I bat my eyelashes?
That the pony you're talking to is a fashion influencer and I should find a way to talk about your designs?
And if I flip my mane?
Rarity, we went over these half the trip there. Just be yourself in there and I'm sure they'll all love you.
Perhaps if we had all evening, but with such limited time, a first impression may be the only one I can make.
That sounds like a lot of pressure for ponies who are supposed to be your friends. But don't worry, we can wow them. And we can start with a grand... This is a private soiree. Invitation password?
Tapered capes. The expected trend of the next season. Sorry, Spiky Poo, I should have warned you it would be locked.
Was this party a color theme and no pony told us?
Rarity, darling! Such that you can make it. You must introduce me to your companion. A fellow designer? A client? A buyer?
I'm Spike, library assistant to Twilight Sparkle, and friendship ambassador to the dragons.
Excuse me, I think some pony just rang the door.
I didn't hear any.
Bracer britches, darling! You must introduce me to your companion.
Please tell me this whole party won't be like that.
It won't. But I also wouldn't quite call it a party.
Last year I crafted my entire collection in rose mauve fabrics, but now that palette bores and disgusts me. The color story I'm experimenting with now is all mauve rose.
Is this water gluten-free?
Excuse me, it looks like you got a candy cane stuck on you. By accident?
Oh no accident. I just wanted to try something festive. And if you can't let yourself feel like a foal again on Heart Swarming, when can you? Want one?
Don't mind if I do.
Spike! That isn't a candy dish, it's art. And that's one of Manhattan's freshest designers. Chiffon Ruffles. Pleasure to finally meet you, Rarity. I was hoping to see some pony who designs for happiness. You know my work?
I do. I missed your last runway, but always keep an eye on... Rarity! Sorry to interrupt, but we want to get back to Equestria in time for the fireworks. We need to hoof it. You're right, though. I wouldn't call that a party.
Almost. Think she really meant it? Maybe we should go back and see if Chiffon's still there. Spike, what if we get off at the next stop and catch a train back to Manhattan? I could see if Chiffon is still at the party, while you see if a spell shop might have a way to transport us back home even faster. Then perhaps we could make it back to the castle and...
No! Rarity, I'm sorry, but I'm not adding more stops tonight. I'm tired.
Fine. If that's what you want, then I suppose that's all that matters.
I wanted a grand entrance. I wanted a cheese fountain. I wanted a candy cane. But I let all those go so I could spend more time with you. The only thing I asked you to promise me was that we'd get back in time for... Rarity! It was an avalanche! Are you...
I'm all right, Spike. And you?
I'm okay.
If we're stopped, we should check on the other train cars.
You're right. I'll get the door and... That settles it. Only open archways from now on.
Thankfully, appears every pony is unscathed.
And not going anywhere. We're in the middle of nowhere. Miss Conductor, where are we anyway?
A little more than halfway back to Ponyville, I'd say. I sent a spell about the crash, but with the Royal Gala, who knows how long till help comes.
The way things have been going, I doubt anytime soon.
Spike, I need to apologize. I thought tonight would be a whirlwind of so many friends, dazzling discussions, and exciting connections. But every pony at the castle was distracted with what they were going to do next. And with the exception of Chiffon, all the fashion ponies were more interested in being seen than having a meaningful conversation. But I realized that I behaved the same way to you. You came to spend time together, share your holiday with me, and I couldn't stop focusing on anything else, on myself. And now you, my dear friend, paid the price by having your holiday ruined. And I am truly sorry. But I'm going to make it up to you. Climb on. I'll carry you back to Equestria.
What? But that's freezing, exhausting physical labor.
I know, and I insist. We may not make it back as soon as I promised, but I'll be happy to have such meaningful time with my dear friend.
Ho, ho, ho! Well, that's unexpected. Holy snow! That must have been a wild train ride.
Glad to hear you were all right, every pony. Now, let's get you back to Equestria, safe and warm.
Princess Twilight, 2 of the passengers already set off on hoof.
Rarity? Spike? Ever so sorry to pull you away from the celebration, Twilight, but it is a relief to see you.
Well, I must have got hit on the head too hard by one of Pinky's party cannons, because I think I just saw Rarity breaking a sweat.
Oh, hush, Rainbow Dash. I'd walk through a week of snow for my Spiky Poo. But hopefully, this means he can still have a castle-top view for the... fireworks.
Well, happy hearts warming, every pony.
Oh, Spike. Every pony. I'm sorry I spoiled this time we should have spent together. I thought squeezing in everything meant having more friends. I was so proud, as though each hello would mean something. But I never gave enough of my time and care to make any moment truly meaningful, especially when the holiday is supposed to be about spending meaningful time together, to show our love and deepen those friendships. That's true, Rarity. But also, maybe good friends totally understand if you want to go do something on your own every once in a while.
Yeah, even if it's hanging out with some other friends. I mean, I was at the Wonderbolt's heartwarming shindig all night. You don't hear me getting all dramatic about it.
And Rarity, you didn't cause the avalanche, but I know we do appreciate hearing how much you care.
Is it too late to go visit Applejack after we land? Not at all. She asked me to bring whatever is left of the cheese fountain after the fireworks.
Yes! Sleepover!
Oh, and one teensy more request. Since we're headed back to the castle, any chance you could make our landing a grand entrance? Spike rather had his heart set on one. Not a problem.
Phew! Makes me glad I stayed home. But did you have any fun on the trip, Rarity?
I mostly still feel silly about it all, honestly. But I did make an acquaintance with a designer I quite appreciate. In fact, she makes some rather fun and festive holiday ensembles. Perhaps tomorrow we should all go to Manhattan together and treat ourselves to new hearts-warming outfits. I could introduce you all, and Chiffon would certainly be excited to see me again.
Achoo!
Actually, I think we might need to recover from all that time in the snow.
Ah, or I could also stick around and help every pony feel better. After all, it's simply quality time together that matters.